Hello everybody and welcome back to Europa, where we are currently entering a chill phase here. We are very close to having our forces reinforced. We just need to reinforce, well, about 1,000 here. They need to go right over here. And we just need to build up our manpower. Our cash is flowing in very, very nicely. I'm very pleased about that. We're even spending quite a bit on rooting out of corruption due to overextension and unbalanced research. Our truce with Bamanis has now ended. That's these guys down over here. And Bengal has re-entered into support independence for Ardabil. That's not shocking. For the time being, we're working on coming out of our diplomatic power deficit. And we, of course, got that from our war with the Ottomans. And we got quite a lot of territory from our war with the Ottomans. So that's absolutely great. We have some coring still happening here, but we don't need admin power for that. So if we hop in here, we can see that's almost complete. And this is great. We are just in a chill period for right now. Once we are out of deficit of diplomatic power, Iraq will begin to resume its annexation, and that'll be fine. We are going to go for probably the manpower modifier here. We could use a little bit more manpower. We definitely want to regenerate our manpower quite a lot. The Age of Revolutions has begun. Okay, that could be a potential issue for us. We do have some unrest right now, although that's not shocking. And I would like to continue to work on constructing some of these counting houses. So a lot of these are quite valuable to us to build, right? And we absolutely want to be getting our financial snowball rolling there. These cores are going to be done very, very soon. We will go with the manpower modifier here, maybe? We've got Adeni Separatists down here. That's an awkward location for them to be, but okay, that's fine. So 15% national tax modifier is actually what I'm going to take here. We should be okay on that front. I'm going to stop these guys from drilling, and they're going to move down over here. These guys just walk down into Ottoman territory. Okay. Sure. There's our cores starting to come in. That's our first round of cores. That's these down over here. We're going to turn that into a state, and we'll make that into a full core. We can only full core the one. Oh, these are two separate states. That's mildly awkward, but okay, that's fine. So we'll just make those into full cores, and there's all of these cores finishing up. Phenomenal. So we'll get some states over here. And actually just the one state? Apparently. We need more admin power to get this area full cored, though. So that's fine. We'll have that very, very soon. In fact, 34? Yeah, that's not bad at all. So these guys are just chilling over here for now. We don't mind them occupying these Ottoman areas. In fact, we welcome it. If they succeed in that, then, well, that would become Aden, right? Which we would then be able to declare war on separately, in theory. Indeed. We're going to continue to be on the legalism side of things here. 54 ducats per month? That's not bad. Even with that malice, I like it. Okay, so we've finished off these rebels, and these guys are now going to move back over to Moghastan. Perfect. They walked into us, which is very convenient. So we would be ceding something to Uzbek over here. Is this okay? What would we cede to them? It would be whatever this pronunciation is. So it would be this province. Sure, whatever. Uzbek can have that. I don't actually care. So that's fine. Uzbek is still going to be rebellious, of course. We've annexed a bunch of vassals, and people are kind of upset about that. No doubt about that. Saran is rebellious, so who would we be able to annex now that we have positive diplomatic power? We're gaining 6 right now, and only 2 are going into Iraq, so we can do more annexations. We could potentially think about Hassa and Arabia. Okay, we're going to need to improve relations, probably with both of those. Indeed. So we'll get that started for right now. Looks good. Just getting Hassa and Arabia and Iraq brought together here would be kind of huge, because we're currently at 5 diplomatic power costs per month. So that's a big deal. We need to get our dip tech up. No doubt about that. We are 3 dip techs behind, so that will require some effort. Lose 50 admin power here? We can afford 50 admin power at this moment, I think. We don't have anything specifically that we're trying to work on. Now, we currently have... all of these are leading vassal except Gujarat. Okay. Revolution in Ottomans. They went with, we must show these upstarts their place. I wish you luck with that, Ottomans. You've been very bad at showing upstarts their place. Just saying. Okay, our royal marriage with Arabia is over. For now, there's not a lot we can do about that. And that was the Uzbek tribes up over here, so no real problem there. Our manpower is growing nicely. So that's very good. We're very pleased about all of that. We just took attrition, I think? Okay, that's awkward. It must have been these guys. We get them drilling again, and Arabia. Ooh, revolutionary Turkey. Okay. So, the fall of the empire. The Ottomans have officially fallen. This is now revolutionary Turkey. I wish them luck with that. They're going to need it, but the empire has officially fallen, and so things should start to improve for them, actually. Enlightenment has appeared in Aden, which is, of course, down over here. Jampur sowed discontent. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty normal. So at this point, I want to take a look at Enlightenment. How are we doing on this? Okay, it's embraced in one province right now. 40% here. We are at 40% improved growth, though. So honestly, it is growing reasonably quickly in some of our areas here. What scholar can we invite here? So we could go for development cost or merchants +1. I guess we'll go for development cost, not that I'm actually planning on developing anything right now. Maybe we should have just taken the merchant. We probably should have, in all honesty. We could grant a generalship, sure. I mean, we could definitely think about standardized uniforms again. We're making a lot of money. Okay. Innovativeness? Sure. Seems okay. And trade complacency. You know what? We don't get that much from trade anyway. I say as trade is a significant portion of it. Ottoman separatists down over here. Okay, we'll go deal with those. No problem. Off we go. We can intervene in a war with France. We're not going to. When is this battle going to occur? 7 March? Okay, should be okay. Cool. So we win that battle, absolutely no problem, and we get this taken back. There we go. We'll go sit in Tikrit again. And we are progressing here. We can definitely start to annex Hassa, which I'm interested in doing, for sure. We need to get this diplomat back. There we go. And we'll get them annexed. Perfect. We'll drill here. How's our diplomatic reputation looking? Okay, we haven't annexed anyone recently. Noted. So that's fine for now. We're at plus 1.82 diplomatic reputation. It's going to be slow going, I think. Although that's using 5 for Hassa and Iraq. So we're at -2 diplomatic power right now. Okay, noted. We can seize land, and this is going to bring us up to 100% Crownland, I think. Do it. Nice. Technically, we're at 99.483. Okay, we're not quite at 100%, but it looks like we are. But we're not. So we're at 70k manpower right now. We've regenerated a good amount of manpower. We're not in a position to get a new army, but we might be in a position to expand our existing armies. So our combat width is 38, right? And we're at 36. So I'm going to expand out our army width to 38. And we can expand you as well, and you up over here. Okay, so that's going to put us at what for our land force limit? It's going to be 10? Yeah, so 275. So beyond that, we could definitely think about expanding out our backline by 1 for each army. And that'll put us at like 280. Very, very close to the cap, but not quite over it. So it'll end up being something like that, right? So that'll put us at 280 out of 281. Looks good. I'm quite pleased with that. So that'll be fine. We are, of course, boosting up our on-paper strength here, which is quite considerable, I might add. But we do need to get some of these annexations done. So I don't think we're going to annex Arabia simultaneously if we're at -2 diplomatic power right now. Here's a question. Do we want to fire this guy and go for somebody who is an accepted culture and promote him up? Or accept his culture, but we don't have the dip power for that. I think the answer is no. And these stats are going to be mildly awkward. Okay. Well, hopefully we'll have our diplomatic situation taken care of by then. That would be the ideal scenario. So we do have these guys taking attrition. They need to build a camp. These guys in Samarkand are taking attrition as well. Is there somewhere they can sit around here that they wouldn't? No? So we'll build a supply depot. I would prefer not to build supply depots where possible. We could just sit in calm over here. So that seems okay. We'll park here instead. Then none of these should be taking attrition. Well, this is still taking attrition with this supply camp. Okay. Mostly because it's winter, right? And we're almost through the winter here. It's probably okay to take a small amount of attrition in this army alone throughout the winter just to have it up on this side. Because I want to have it located somewhere up over there. That's okay for now. Now, I would like to think about potentially attacking Georgia. Greece, Trebizond, and Gazimuk. Okay. So Trebizond is right over here. Gazimuk is, I believe, somewhere up over this way? Where are you? Where are you? Oh, right here. Okay. That's very interesting. So it has borders with Ardabil. Noted. So Greece would be the primary problem here, right? But they're not actually that powerful. And looks like revolutionary Turkey still has pretender issues. Okay, noted. So I'm definitely thinking about expanding up over here, right? I'd like to take on Syria, ideally, Hadramaut, and Lebanon. That's an interesting pair of people. Hadramaut we would have a hard time getting to. We would take attrition down over here, but I'm going to head down this way. We move these guys over to Syria. Yeah, this is definitely an interesting setup here. So we would need to have a CB on them, which we have. Phenomenal. We could co-belligerent Lebanon just for free. We have no diplomats to send, but we can pull this one back. We're not planning on using it for annexation. So this seems absolutely fine. Let's get into position here before we go and let our forces regenerate their morale a bit. We should only need the 2 armies here, I think. We'll keep 3 armies in reserve. It should be absolutely fine. So we'll just finish getting this army transported. And are we planning on vassalizing anyone here? Maybe Hadramaut if we can, but I think that Lebanon and Syria just get annexed into Arabia, to be honest. So that should be reasonably fine. We have a good amount of manpower right now. I'm not concerned about our manpower situation. And there we go. We have these guys here. So I think we are ready to declare this. Beautiful. These guys are not, in fact, needed for war. They can go back to drilling. Just keep your drill up. There you go. And we'll go in to Syria here. Do we have access in through Ottomans? Or, I guess, through revolutionary Turkey now? The answer is no. But if we get it, we can move in. Because at this point, Hadramaut can't participate unless they get access through Turkish Arabia, right? They are fully encircled here. So that's absolutely great. We are planning on giving both of these, and is this the only province that Lebanon holds? Yes, we're planning on giving both of these to Arabia, so that'll be fine. Diplomatic power here? Yes, please. Ah, now we can move up into Hadramaut. they now have access through revolutionary Turkey. So that looks good. We are going to just take down this location. Phenomenal. And yeah, they're heading up this way. But that's okay. Hassa should be able to handle that. And we do see Iraq and Arabia sieging down over here. Perfect. So all of their forces are up here, right? So what's preventing us from doing something like this? I mean, we have attrition right now, but we can just do something like this and full occupy them very, very quickly. Awkwardly enough, they built some armies there. That is very awkward. The siege of Najran is already over. So I'm just going to move some of these armies out. There we go. And we'll just get all of that taken over. No problem. Reinforcements will flow in there eventually. And we just need to get this siege done. And at that point, everything will be done. Arabia's heading over this way. They can handle that, to be honest. I'm pretty sure anyway. So Lebanon wants peace. Syria wants peace. Everybody wants peace. That's not shocking. I'm going to group this army back together. And we need to finish up this siege. But we can definitely separate piece out Lebanon here. So this is actually, we want this to be occupied by Arabia. Because Arabia has a core here. So we can definitely do that and have this be considerably cheaper. We're going to take their cash, full annex them. And this is only Lebanon. Only Lebanon here. And actually, they wouldn't accept this. Interesting. Well, we'll get back to them. So, next up would be Hadramaut. And I would love to vassalize Hadramaut. We can't do that. And we can't core any of their provinces either. So what can we do? We can take war reparations. We could pillage their capital. I guess that's okay. Beyond that, we could annul treaties or revoke cores. I don't think any of that is all that useful, though. Just take cash. And have them give up their claims in, like, Mara or Transoxania? Sure. Something like this. It's about the best we're going to get, I think. Okay. So that's fine. And we are then, from here, just going to move probably home. Yeah, let's just head home at this point. All we need now is to get Lebanon out of this war, and we'll need our diplomat back for that. Okay, diplomat is back. So, Lebanon, are you willing to do this yet? They still have 5 reasons not to do that. Interesting. Four reasons now. Most of it is length of war. 37 reasons, and 90 because it would result in their annexation or vassalization. Obviously, yes, this is very true. What is the war score here? If we control all of the losing side's provinces and the losing side controls no city provinces. See, I would have expected that we would be at 100 war score specifically with Lebanon, but not in the overall war. But that's apparently not how it works. We need to have full occupation in the overall war, not just against Lebanon for that. That's okay. We can work with that. 2 base production in Isfahan is great. Absolutely phenomenal, in fact. And we are going to continue to build counting houses wherever we can. So that's phenomenal. Dreams of liberty in Great Britain. Okay, that's exciting. Hassalese peasants down over here. Hassa is not super nearby. We'll go deal with that for them. Okay, the siege of Halab is now over. So Lebanon. And can we actually just take both of these in this peace deal? Yes, we can. Beautiful. Who's going to hate this? Revolutionary Turkey, Egypt, Hadramaut, Mara, Sind. We don't care. All of that is completely and totally fine. So we'll send that demand. Oh, we took Aleppo. I intended to give this to Arabia. Okay, I'm still going to give it to Arabia. So we're going to grant province of Aleppo. Perfect. There we go. So that's fine. We're going to move these guys back to Tikrit. I just forgot to flip this over to them, was all that happened there. So that's dealt with at this point. Arabia's at 182. Okay. And I want to check in on our overall vassal situation. So we still have a lot of vassals being with their independence being supported, right? That's definitely a thing. A request for military access from Japan? What are you doing, Japan? They're fighting Russia. I'll allow it. Unfortunately, that is going to hurt our diplomatic relations, isn't it? Actually, no, it isn't. Cool. So that seems absolutely fine. The state is triumphant. Good job, Russia. But you've got serious problems. Serious problems. No doubt about that. We have our 2 vassalizations happening here. And actually, maybe we are taking a diplomatic relation hit from Japan. No, we're not. We do gain 10 prestige. That's fine. Okay, so we have an uncontested claim in Surmer that's going to expire. That is in Jaunpur. Jaunpur's at 100k here. Who is their friend? Mara, Dai Viet, Gujarat, and Sindh. So we can't fight them directly because Gujarat would join that. We want to retain our ally here. We're currently located here. What if we go down to Mazira and attack Mara, who is allied with Jaunpur? Is it just blockade port CBs? But we could work on building a spy network down here in Mara and connect this up over here. That would be very convenient for us. Very, very convenient. We did just lose a general, and it was this general here. We can definitely get one from the Emirs, and we're going to do that. There we go. And we'll just deposit this guy right in over here. And we'll get back to drilling for the time being. I'm going to build a depot here. We're going to be here for a little bit. So that'll be fine to at least reduce. Oh, wow. That's a really low supply limit. Okay. Well, that's going to be heavy attrition there. For the moment, it's probably okay. We're not going to be here too long, right? We're just going to be here long enough to kill Mara. And Jaunpur is going to be the big threat here. We want to cut into them a little bit. Who's friends with Delhi right now? Oh, we lost another army leader here. Where are you? Up over here? Sure. So we're going to recruit in a new general. Wow. 6... Was that fire pips? Yeah, 6 fire pips. Not bad. So Delhi is over here, right? They're allied with Bengal and Gujarat. Interesting. We can probably find a way into that. Probably fighting Bengal again, to be honest, would be the way to do that. So that's okay. Scandinavia is also triumphant. Good job, Scandinavia. We could grab an idea here. This would be an admin idea. That said, I think getting our admin tech up is a good thing here. How are we doing on enlightenment? It's now embraced in 2 provinces, including our capital. So it is definitely spreading in our territory here. But that will take a little bit. No doubt about that. So that's fine for the moment. Our diplomatic power is, of course, dwindling as we work on getting Iraq and Hassa annexed here. That'll take some time. Iraq will be done in about 3 years. Sure. We will run out of diplomatic power eventually. Losing 41,000 manpower or 5% discipline. We're going to lose the manpower, but we're not happy about it. Austria is preparing to attack Russia. Honestly, given the situation that Russia's in, I'm not surprised about that. That's very, very normal. Okay, so we're definitely going to attack Mara here. There's no doubt about it. And that means a Jaunpur war. If Jaunpur has 97k, their manpower is going down. They might be having some economic issues. They may have just recently fought a war over here or something. We haven't been paying close attention to Jaunpur. So I'm not sure exactly what they've got going on there, but they've clearly got some form of issue happening. So we're moving. I would love to get Jaunpur out from all of their support independence that they're doing. They're currently supporting Uzbek. They are supporting Saran. They are supporting Nogai. They're supporting Armenia. And I think, yeah, they're supporting Ardabil as well. So getting them out of all of that would be a very big deal. So we're going to move 2 armies down. We're going to keep 2 armies in reserve for this war, just in case we need them. And they'll just keep drilling for the moment. Okay, Revolutionary Turkey is not doing all that much better. Okay, good to know. Austria declared on Russia as expected. Beautiful. And we're just going to get into position for this Jampur war. Profiteering has happened in Merv, and we'll protect our trade. Actually, do we want to potentially diplo-vassalize Circassia later? We do. So I'm not going to make them angry right now. They're a vassal of Lithuania, though. So we would have to fight Lithuania for that? Okay. In that case, we should have. Never mind. So we'll just get into position here for fighting Jaunpur. They are Miltech 24 to our Miltech 25. So we have a military tech advantage. That is great. And we are ready to go on this spy network, actually. We'll pull back our diplomat, although we shouldn't have. We should just fabricate this claim. We'll go for Dhofar. And actually, that doesn't change anything. We don't need a diplomat to fabricate the claim. Okay, so we declare this war. That will bring in Egypt, Ajuran, and Jampur. So do we care about Egypt? Not really. 87k. It's going to be slightly awkward for us. Ajuran out here. They're actually a little on the strong side. Fascinating. They would not break their alliance with Mara if we requested it. They have 154 reasons not to. What about Egypt? They're a little closer, but they wouldn't do it either. Okay. Do we have a better target here? Sind. Potentially. So no on that. Okay. So we would have to fight Mara. Ajuran and Egypt are potentially going to be issues here. But our primary goal is to cut into Jaunpur. So that means that this army should at least undrill. And this army is the only one that truly remains in reserve. Okay. That seems reasonably fine. We're not going to co-belligerent anyone here. Okay. So we're going to head into Mara. And these guys are just going to hold here. Their goal is to defend, like, this area against Egypt. And then these guys are going to be defending this area against Ajuran. And then we're going to attack over this direction and over this direction. Okay. So we'll see about getting that all put together. We want to get this siege done ASAP. And we'll see how that ends up going. Looks good. But it is about time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to prosecute this war. We'll see how that ends up going. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Andy McGar, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video. And as always, I will see you all next time.